Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Coping with the changes of life means leading a smart life. Normally we think we should work hard. No, don't work hard. Work smart. There was a husband and a wife. Like Vedanta doesn't complete without the snake and the rope, similarly, this topic, change and coping with the change, cannot be completed without husband and wife. So, one day, wife said, let's go for a nice dinner. Husband said, of course, but we'll go in a small, simple one, not very expensive. No, darling, we have to go for a royal dinner in a most expensive hotel. Now, immediately the war would have started. But the husband was intelligent as usual. See, all the wives are. And when they were going, he didn't argue. See, the wise people never argue. That is the first principle of coping with the change. Never argue on any issue. The best way to disagree is to agree immediately, so that the person forgets about what agreement was. The moment you keep on arguing, it becomes deep in your system. See? So, then next evening they started going. While going, he said, do you know one thing? Once me and my sister, we were eating that golgappa, that pani puri, one table tennis ball and little liquid in that. So that I was, competing with my sister. And I defeated her. Nobody could defeat her, but I defeated her. Wife said, what is the great about it? I can defeat you. No, you cannot. Come on, let's go. And they started a competition. Both of them ate 30, 40 of them. And afterwards, she has to defeat him, so she ate one more. And because of that eating, their stomach was full. Now, there was no need to go to a 5-star hotel. And the total bill was 50 rupees. This is how the intelligent people solve the problems. Instead of going and paying in that expensive hotel 500, 5,000 rupees, see how beautiful it is. Adjust yourself. When we were coming somewhere on the airport, probably Melbourne airport, it was written, the world is going digital. You have no choice but to become one with the digital world. Many elderly people have got this funny notion. They are afraid of the computer and the laptop. They feel, nahi baba, tum karo. Arre, why? It's not going to eat you. We have to adapt ourselves to every given situation. There are 3 things in every experience in our life. One is the world. About the world you can do nothing. You have to accept the world as it is. See? Second thing is about the experiences of the world. And the third is we the experiencer. Now, out of these 3, which is under our control? Find it out. Normally, what we do is we have become expert in default settings about our life. If I am miserable, the cause of my misery is my wife. If I am disturbed, the cause of my misery is my husband. In short, we have fixed the causes for our miseries. Now, once I had decided, come to this conclusion, that because of my wife I am disturbed. What will be my approach to life? Try to improve wife. This is called as Ashakyanushtan. Ashakyanushtan means impossible undertaking. Never try to change anybody. This is what is the first principle to learn in life. There was one US NRI who came to India, and he was driving the car. His wife was sitting behind. She was driving him, and both of them were driving me crazy. So, like a janaza, it was going on. And in India, you know, democracy is not limited to human beings. It is extended to animals also. So suddenly from nowhere, a satsangi group of buffaloes was crossing. See? Very slowly walking. He became so disgusted, started, why the buffaloes are here? So nobody spoke. What is there to talk? So he asked me, Swamiji, why buffaloes are here? I said, do you think I am buffalo or what you are asking me? Go and ask them. And when you talk to buffaloes, their response is very simple. So what? Then I ask him, you tell me, who has the driving license? You have the driving license or the buffaloes have the walking license? If you have the driving license, that doesn't mean that the traffic will be disciplined in life. You have to change. Don't imagine the world will change. This world has always been like this. There is nothing new in this world. Not even one small little thing. Everything is the same. How many people are born and they grow first vertically, then horizontally? Same thing happening. What is great about it? See? But you know, Swamiji, is my marriage, please come. Which marriage? First, second, third? Prosperity, you know. Poor people marry only once. Prosperous people marry times. See, friends. So once we decide this, that real change has to happen in us, not in the world. And for that, the requirement is twofold. Number one, we should be ready to change ourselves. Number two, we should be able to change ourselves. If we are not ready and if we cannot change, we will be erased, rubbed out of this world. And nobody can help us. See, the other day I was going somewhere in India in a car, and because of some reason the car stopped, and there was one peepal tree, huge tree, and there was some kind of steel guard around the tree, and more than 70% of the tree guard was swallowed by the tree, because when the tree was small sapling, they must have put it. And slowly the tree started growing, but nobody removed the guard, because there was money for placing the guard. There was no money for removing the guard. Indians are very dedicated, devoted workers. See? I saw someplace two laborers. They doing some, tree plantation along the road. So one laborer made a hole. The second came from behind. He again plugged it. He made next hole. Again he plugged it. I said, what are you doing? He said, we are doing our duty. I said, what is this duty? Make a hole and close it? No. There is another person who is supposed to put a sapling in that, but he is on leave today. Dedicated. This world is so beautiful. And when you are happy, you discover a different vision altogether. Those who are miserable, they don't want to change. Those who are happy, they make others change. See? So, there was one sweet girl. I said, hey, did you see this tree? And see the steel guard almost swallowed by the tree? Yes, I am surprised, Swamiji, how it must have happened. I said, you think, don't ask me question. Tell me, what you have learned, be very attentive. To cope up with the changes in life means the process of learning should never be suspended in life. Learn from every experience of life. Thereby, with every additional experience, you will grow wise. If we do not learn from the experiences of our life, we grow old and otherwise. And those who are old and otherwise, they are never living in the present. Suppose the kids say, Dad, I want new shoes. What new shoes? When we were children, we were going without shoes to the school. Dad, I want a new jean pant. What new jean pant? When we were children, we used to go without pant to the school. See? So the child was very smart. He said, Dad, you are jealous. I said, what jealous? Your dad was poor. My dad is rich. Why are you jealous? See, friends, if you want to change, don't bring your past in the present. We have to adapt ourselves. Wherever we are, in whatever situation we are. Those who cannot adapt, they are swallowed like the tree swallowed that steel guard. Steel guard is so strong and the bark of the tree is so soft. But in due time, because the steel guard was not able to change itself, it was slowly swallowed. Whatever you may be strongest person, if you don't accept the change in your life and change as needed, you will be swallowed by the life. See, friends. Therefore, to cope up with the changes of life, we have to learn this first principle. We have to change. Don't expect anybody to change. And this is what the parents do. See, they all the time go on bullying the children. I always feel pity on the children, These parents are there only as if they are enemies. If the children are standing, why are you standing there? Sit down. Sit down. Why are you sitting? Stand up. Let them live. All the time. Because I am a grown-up, I have to teach something. Friends, real teaching is that teaching wherein teaching is not done, but learning happens. That is real teaching. But we don't understand it. And then, if you catch their mind, you will see, you get such a beautiful open vision. One example I will tell you. When I was new in my profession, now I am, professionally perfect. So when I was new, so we used to study some books, and that only we'll read out or speak out whatever we are by-hearted. Now we can bluff offhand. So I used to talk to the children. We were given a assignment, go and talk to children. So I used to go and talk. Children are sitting and start the stories. There was a great child like any one of you. His name was Dhruva. And he was so dedicated to God that he stood on one leg and did his hands up, and he was doing the chanting of Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 6 months he did it. He was hardly 5 years of age. One child, Swamiji, yes, useless. Why? I can't stand on 2 legs for 2 seconds. And you tell us the story of a child standing on 1 leg for 6 months. Impossible. Tell something different. You can't brush the child. Then I started telling the story of Prahladji. Because children's story you have to tell them. When I started telling, again another child, Swamiji said, my dad is not like his dad. He's so sweet, Tell some possible story. What is this Prahlad? No, we don't want it. That day I learned our day-to-day experiences, our day-to-day dealings are the best way to communicate the wisdom. Then you have change. Then you can cope up with any audience. Otherwise, you go before the digital children and talk to them the language of Ramayana. They will never understand. We have to change ourselves. See? Now, if this vision becomes open, every moment you discover a new approach to life. One more example. As usual, I went to somebody's house for lunch. These are my professional hazards. So, when I went there, the husband was having his own talking to himself. These people take the money, but see, this iPhone I bought, but it is hanging up now. I don't know what happened to this thing. The moment the husband is unsuccessful, wife is very happy. You know nothing. Go and ask Swamiji, he tell you. I am not an eye specialist. So he came. He said, Swamiji, order from the wife. My phone has hung up, do something. I said, okay, start, he started. Then go to settings, he went to settings. Scroll, scrolling. There is one option, reset factory settings. So click there, he click. Options, all data will be wiped out. Yes or no? He said, yes, he did yes. And that phone was clear. And then, now restart, he restarted. He started working very well. All spiritual practices go back to your factory settings as you were born, pure, simple, smiling, without any burden. And a child can change, accommodate to any situation. But we oldies, जब हम बच्चे थे, who cares यार? Drop your past. If you have to cope up with the present, you have to drop your past. And how to drop the past? Be attentive. When you learn from your experiences, you have to drop your past. See? Instead of learning from the experiences, we carry the burden of the experiences. There are two things. When you learn, it is encashed as wisdom. When you don't learn, it is precipitating as an impression on your mind. Wise people also have the past, but they have learned from their past, and therefore they have grown wise. We oldies also have the past. No, we have only the past. Old people have no future. Jaun to jaun kahan? Baad mein. Where is to go? All the past is only haunting us all the time. See, friends. Therefore, coping with the situation or challenges means we must be adaptive to the given place, time and object. Simple. Don't expect the world to change. We have to change. And for that, this principle, two things, we must be ready to change, we must be able to change. See? Like you are here, first generation, second generation, third generation. Now those who are the children, those who are born over here, grown up here, for them India means nothing. But we, the oldies, we were born there. In India there is no food, no shelter, no nothing, therefore you have come over here. Isn't it? In India all people are, without food, starving, no shelter to live. And here you have got, open sky. Now you all the time talk about back home, back home. Go home. Back home. When you are here, live here 100%. See? One of my friend's child, very intelligent, I asked him, hey, do you go to India? Yes, we go every year. Tell me something new. See, his observation, child's observation. He said, Swamiji, when we go to India, we talk about Australia. When we go to Australia, we talk about India. Both the places we are not available. Just observe your own life. And then comparison. See? In India, people don't have discipline. Here, there is only discipline, no people. When we are ready to change ourselves, the net result is, number one, comparison should be suspended. Don't compare anything with anybody in this world. Everything is unique. Because of this habit of comparison, people even compare meditation. You know, कल का meditation जमा था, आज का नहीं जमा. वो कोई दही है? जमा नहीं जमा. See, friends, if you want to change yourself, stop comparisons, 100%. See, friends, then you will start remaining always fresh in the utter moment of the present. And when you are 100% available, you see beyond the obvious. See, friends, why Newton could think about the law of gravity? If I were there along with him, I would have simply picked up that apple. Because we are P2. Nothing beyond that. See, friends, when we thus stop comparing, number one, we thus don't bring our past in the present. We are preparing ourselves to meet all the challenges of life. See? What happens? Instead of taking life as a challenge, we take life as a problem. And therefore we suffer. In Madhya Pradesh, somewhere, in a small town, some Olympics game were going on. So on the TV we were seeing that. Maybe Chinese, I think 2008, yes. I was sitting with one old lady. So she was also watching the TV. She said, Swamiji, why these girls are running? I said, this is called a hurdle race. She said, but why are you putting those hurdles in between? Remove them, poor girls, let them run. Now those hurdles were a problem for that old lady, but it was a challenge for those girls, is it not? If you take life as problems, you want the world to change around you. Don't take your wife as a problem. Life is a slip of tongue. Don't take your life. See, wife and Wi-Fi, the same type. Only one alphabet, little bit by mistake, So once you take the life as a challenge, you will bring out the best out of you. But when you take life situations as a problem, you will succumb to the difficulties. And such a person who is not ready to meet the challenges of life, he will be a complaint box. Continuously complaining about one or the other. Complaining. See? And when there is nothing to complain, God is omnipresent. Oh God, why did you create such a terrible world? See, friends, when you open your eyes, start living in the utter present, you will have a totally different vision. One young boy went to God and said, God, you have created girls, they are so beautiful, so sweet. We want their company. But why the wives are so terrible? God said, my dear child, girls I have created, wife you have created. That is your creation, not my creation. See how simple it is. Because we become now next step. These problems, these challenges become problem because we become possessive about things and beings. See? If somebody's child is, going the wrong way, smoking and drinking and drug and all kinds of, and if you know about it, and what will be your comment? These days children, they are going the wrong way. See. But anyway, what can we do? No, but what we are talking about is your son. Oh, my son! Immediately the whole problem begins. See, friends. Therefore, life becomes a problem when we have mistaken that life should be lived according to our choice. No. We have to change ourselves according to the choice given to us. So, how to make the problem as a challenge is the only way. So don't look at the life as a problem. Take it as a challenge. And when you take challenge, the best in you will come out. See, in this manner, all the attention is focused on ourselves. In management, there are three things. One is the man, which includes woman also, man, then materials, and third is methodology. Earlier they used to say, the three W's are the problems of the world. You know the three W's? www.com. Three W's. Now make the three W's as Shirshasana. So they will be yum, yum, yum. This is the Malayali. Malayalis don't say M. They say yum, yum, yum. See? That is their way of talking. Our kids tell in Bombay these stories. How a Malayali will spell banana. So we'll say B-A-N-A-N-A. No, you don't know. Then you tell B-A-N-A, yet another N-A. Banana. So when we take life as a problem, we suffer. When we take life as a challenge, we bring out the best in our life. See? This is the principle. Now don't give up this principle in life. And this is possible if we learn these three M's. We have to manage our life. In these three components of management, man, material and methodology. In that, materials are consistent in their behavior. Steel will remain always steel, water will always remain water, gold will always remain gold. They are consistent in their behavior, materials. Then methodology can be standardized. Like in the Western society, everything is standardized. Even the love is standardized. They don't go beyond that. So standardization will solve the problems of methodology. So materials are behaving uniform all the time. Methodology can be standardized. Now the third is a man or the person who is involved in the management. And man or the person is the most volatile, unpredictable variable. And if this unpredictable variable man, if he is not handled properly, all the problems of life begin. See, friends. Managing the man is the only way in life. Then you have really won the battle of life. And for that, we have to lead our life more and more in the present. Do not go back in the past again and again. Don't go on comparing with this or with that. And the third thing, Never try to solve the non-existing problems of the future. The effort to solve the non-existing problems of the future is called as worries. See? What is the worry? This is, I don't know what is going to happen to this world. If you don't know, relax. If you know, be prepared. Where is a place for worries? But then, like we get, normally people feel addiction. Addiction is not only to the drugs or drinks. Addiction is even to the worries. One old lady, very old, maybe 98 or so, her children told me, now her children cannot be 2 or 10 years old. They were also 70 not out, 75 not out. So they told Swamiji, our mother is now very old, 98. Yet she keeps on worrying. You tell her, stop worrying. She worries about my grandchild's marriage. To what extent a worry can go, you can imagine. So I was told to talk to her. People don't give food free. It's all in cash. There is nothing like free dinner in this world. So I said, Mama, there is a complaint lodged against you. You complain, you go on worrying about everything. Why do you worry? She became very angry with me. Swamiji, this is the only thing I can do. And if I don't do this, then what do I do? I said, Mama, I give up. You win. Keep on worrying. That becomes one's habit. And such worried people, nobody likes them. Because when you constantly start worrying, the worry starts appearing on your face. Your face is all the time frustrated, dejected, no charm. See? One young boy asked me on this Singapore airport, he saw me, oh Swamiji, we are going, by that train from one terminal to another terminal. He said, Swamiji, how come you are here? I said, by default. Then I always listen to you on YouTube. I want to ask you one question. I said, before you ask me a question, I want to ask you a question. Yes. Are you married? He said, no, my face is like that. A married person's face is reflected with the glow of frustration. Relax, relax, relax. These married people have got very funny notions. One lady was so angry with me after my lecture, she as if came and wanted to catch my collar, therefore I don't have collar. So she said, what is there for you all the time telling be happy, be happy, be happy, get married and show, be happy. What does it mean? It means marriage is a certificate license given to you to be miserable. Tathastu. Continue. See, friends, many people have this notion, Swami, it is okay for you, you are single, you are moving around, but we are grahasthas. No, you are a grahastha, is it a qualification? See? Like in India, if you are good for nothing, it is a qualification. See? Then you will get the best job. This is called a quota system. See? Who are good for nothing, they get everything. In the same manner, here, is it a qualification, Swami, if you are married? See, your mistake should not be a punishment for others. See? Therefore, be confident. You have to walk through this life, not complaining. See? Take a very strong resolution to yourself. Put your hand on your heart and repeat after me. I have no complaint whatsoever. I have no complaints whatsoever. I have no complaints whatsoever. See your heart. even if you have said it without understanding, it has an impact on you. See? Stop complaining. Stop complaining. The parents have only one subject in the world, children. See, they are not only children, there are millions of children. But if you hold on to them, and imagine, like one lady came in the morning to my place in Bombay. Swami, this world is very bad. I said, don't complain, I have not created this world. You are complaining to me as if I am a creator or what? No, not that way. My neighbor came and she gave me sweets in the morning. Now, what is the complaint about it now? So I couldn't understand, I kept quiet. You know why she gave? I said, I don't know why she gave. Her son came in merit class. I said, Mama, if this is true, then I will also do the same thing. If my son has come in merit class, I will give sweets to my neighbor also. You don't understand. Then you tell me. She did not give me for that. My son failed 4 times. Therefore, to cut my nose, she came. मेरी नाक काटने के लिए, this translation. Now you can imagine. Then I was keeping quiet. Then she said, Swamiji, now you tell me. Why other people's children, they come in merit class? Why my son is failing 4 times? I said, Mama, इमली के पेड़ को आम कभी लगते हैं क्या? Do you expect the tomatoes hanging on a chili plant? What you talk, I never understand. I said, thank God you are not. Don't compare, don't complain. Accept the world as it is. Then you remain fully integrated person. All the great masters who lived in this world, they lived on the same time scale. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 30 days a month. They did not have another time scale, but see, within such a short span of life, what a great work they have done. They have not complained. They have not taken the world as a problem. If you take the life of Vivekananda, his active life was hardly 15 years. But the amount of reported work of Vivekananda, if you simply read, it will take lifetime. See, friends, when this is possible for one person, it is possible for every one of us. But our most of the time is wasted only in this complaining or worrying or frustration, going back in the past or worrying. No, stop that. And when you start remaining in the present utter way, you will be always extremely subtle in your perception about the world. When such great master tells something casually, it happens. The reason is their jnana shakti, the power of knowledge or the energy called as knowledge, and kriya shakti, the power of activity or the energy expressing as activity, is fully integrated. That is the reason. What we say and what we know is totally different. Like when we go for satsang here and there, we get charged, inspired. Okay, tomorrow morning onwards, I'll start getting up early morning at 4 o'clock and do meditation. From here, when you go out, the moment you go out, something happens. And then you go and sleep, and then in the morning, 4 o'clock, your sleep is also gone. You wake up out of the sleep, but then your mind starts advising you. Man, you are 65. In your whole life, you never woke up. How does it matter whether you sleep up to 10 o'clock or 7 o'clock? These Babajis, they don't get sleep. Therefore, they tell 4 o'clock. Hey, let us not waste time. Go to sleep again. And then you go to sleep. And as usual, you wake up at 10 o'clock and then be attentive. Then your mind starts condemning yourself. Today also I could not do. I don't think I can do anything in my life, I cannot do anything. Friends, when you don't respect your knowledge in action, you lose self-confidence. Self-confidence is the guarantee that the knowledge is manifested in action. Our knowledge is not manifested in action. And as a result, our personality is not integrated. What we think, we don't mean. And therefore, our words don't carry meaning. When the words don't carry meaning, they are only empty, meaningless noise. Once Ramakrishna Paramahamsa was told by one of the devotee, mother, you please tell my son he eats too much of sweets. He doesn't stop eating sweets. So the great master said, okay, bring him next Sunday. Like that, 3 Sundays have gone. On the 4th Sunday, he told that child, beta, don't eat sweets, it's not good for your health, your teeth will get bad. And the child immediately agreed, okay, I'll not eat. Over. Now the mother became angry. She said the child outside. And she said, only this you have to tell him. Why did you make me come 5 times? Why didn't you tell me first time itself? He said, look here, mother, before I tell the child, don't eat sweets, I must abstain myself at least for 1 week. What we say, we never mean it. And therefore people don't listen to us. See, friends, our words, if they carry the meaning, then only it has impact on the mind of the listener. If the words do not carry the meaning, then it is only a noise. Now, same principle applied everywhere. We are doing the japa. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. What is the meaning of Om? I don't know. Namah, I don't know. Shivaya, I don't know. What are you doing? Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Words without meaning is a noise. Suppose, while talking to you, in between suddenly I say, therefore my friend, you will say, what happened to Swamiji? Suddenly derailed or what? Because the has no meaning. In the same manner, when we say Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya has no meaning, it is a noise. On the contrary, when every word brings you back to your own self, by this we will prepare ourselves. Therefore, to meet the challenges of the changing world, the principle is we have to prepare ourselves. The world is going to be like this. And preparation means adapt to the given situation. And when you are ready to do this, to adapt yourself to a given situation, you will not be having a hardness in your personality. See? And the strong personalities are unable to change. Therefore, if this principle is accepted by us at least in words, although not in spirit, that we have to change. Then the second step will come, we have to change means what? See? So the first principle I told you, we have no complaints about anything or anybody. We have no complaints, no topic. Normally our talks is only complaints. आज बहुत बारिश आ गई, complain. It is too cold, complain. You know why God doesn't listen to our prayers? When it is winter, we complain. Oh, it is too cold, God. God said, okay, I'll give you the summer. Then summer, oh, it's too hot. God says, okay, I'll give you rainy season. Rains, oh, it's too rainy. God says, give him everything, he only complains. He doesn't listen to us. See, friends, adopt yourself. Adopt. You all have read Bhagavad Gita. This principle also I told you. People like us keep on talking on Gita, left and right. Bhagavan said this, Bhagavan said that thing, karmanyeva adhikar asti ma phaleshu kadachana. And then, he says, do this thing, do that thing, do meditation. Shuchodeshe pratisthapya sthiramasanamatmanaha. Mayi eva mana adasva, mayi buddhim nivesha, do japa, study scriptures. On the battlefield, when this was told to Arjun, did he do anything? He didn't do anything. We only get worried. Bhagavad Gita mein kaha, kuch nahi kaha, relax. See, just observe this. All that is said in Bhagavad Gita, nothing was done by Arjun on the battlefield. Then what was Bhagavad Gita for? Only this one. He has to adapt himself. And for that, Bhagavan prepared himself. To prepare Arjuna, he created a situation. When the chariot came on the battlefield, Arjuna arrogantly tells, Senayor ubayor madhye ratham sthapayamechuta. And when the chariot was to be taken between the two armies, Bhagavan Sri Krishna had a total freedom to take the chariot and place anywhere. Imagine, if Bhagavan has taken the chariot and placed in front of Duryodhana, Dushasana, will Arjuna ever ask any question? But what he did, Bhishma Drona Pramukataha Sarvesham cha Mahikshitam Uvacha Partha Pashayitam Samavitan Kuruniti. Of all the kings on the battlefield, he took the chariot in front of his grandfather and Guru and told, you want to know with whom you have to fight? You have to fight with your nears and dears, not with the enemies. And that created a chaos in his mind. See, friends, be attentive. When this chaos was created in his mind, he was totally nonplussed. And a frustrated person, a dropout of life, is always thinking in a very peculiar manner like any liar. Liar means lawyer. What a lawyer does? First of all, he decides, my client is innocent. He has taken a decision. Thereafter he starts thinking, how my client is innocent. But what should be the right way? First think properly and then decide. What Arjuna did, first he decided, Etanna hantumichami gnatopi marusudana. I have decided not to fight war and kill them. And then he started thinking. So what will be the process of thinking? To support one's decision or to oppose one's decision? Think. This is what all the dropouts of life do. And this is the basic problem. The real problem of life is wrong thinking. Correct your thinking, problems are dissolved. Because there are no problems. See? But instead of correcting our thinking, we complicate our thinking. And that complication is logic, argument, comparisons, past memories, future worries. As a result, our mess is like a complete mess, complete chaotic, the mind. Therefore, when Arjuna was so much talking goody thing on the Dharma Shastra, Bhagavan Krishna was not carried away. He was enjoying. Acha, bada acha lecture dete ho. That time he was eating chewing gum. He didn't become very much impressed by his, eloquence. If you see the first chapter of Gita, it's a great eloquence on the part of Arjuna. But he didn't get it. Then what he did? He started banging him. See, friends, a person who is depressed, dejected, don't go and sympathize him, bang him. Then he'll come out of that stupor. See, friends, normally what happens is, they constantly seek attention. Give them one, they become all right. And this is what Bhagavan Krishna did. He gave Klaibyam Asmagama Partha. Arjun, don't be important, be like a man. Can you imagine? On the battlefield, a warrior is addressed as important. He was completely shaken up. And then he came to his wits and said, Dharma sammudha chetaha, I am confused. I don't know what I should do. I am the disciple, please instruct me. Be attentive, a very subtle message here. Whenever there is a problem in your life, if you are not able to convert it into a challenge, you will be destroyed. Whenever there is a problem in your life, if you are able to convert the problem into challenge, it will be an asset in your life. See, now take example, day to day. When we get, let us take a toothache somewhere. So when we get toothache, is this toothache for troubling us? It is a reminder, hey man, something is going wrong. Go and get it corrected. But instead of that, we take the painkiller. Painkiller means a medicine which never cures but kills you without pain. Painkillers are not curative medicines, nor they are prophylactic. They only kill you. So we keep on taking the painkillers, and the message of the pain is not received as in the right perspective. And then it is becoming so unbearable. Even if you take 10 times the normal dose of the painkiller, it doesn't go. Then you go to the doctor. Doctor, I don't know, it's being too much of pain. And the doctor sees, and he said, sir, 3rd degree cancer of bone. Oh. Had that person taken care right, the first day the pain came, it would never have spread here and there. If this is the story of our body pains, they are not given to us for suffering. They are given to us so that we can change, we can adapt ourselves to the given situation. See, friends. Now apply the same principle for your mind. This was body. Suppose you get hurt. Now when we get hurt, normally what we do, we go on talking ill about that. What do you think? Instead of that, start finding out who got hurt. See, if Arjuna's chariot was not taken in front of Dronacharya, Bhishmacharya, Arjuna would never have asked a question, and Bhagavad Gita would never have been told to him. So that situation of creating confusion in the mind of Arjuna was divinely planned by Bhagavan. It was not due. He planned it. In the same manner, every difficulty in our life, whatever it may be, it is for us to change the direction of life. Instead of going the dogward, start going Godwards. See? Early morning we go for a walk with a lead and the dog. So the dog is leading my life. And then what is that? One hand plastic bag, and second we go there. And then wait. Then the dog wants his own pillar. He will not go to any pillar. And when he finds his pillar, he is very happy. He will first of all do Sashtanga Dandavan, and then he will do Atma Pradakshina. And after Atma Pradakshina is done, then Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate. Instead of that dog leading our life every morning, let God lead our life. And if the God has to lead our life, God only means not something outside. Be answerable to your own conscience. This is what exactly happened in Bhagavad Gita. When Arjuna said, Dharma Sammudha Cheta, whole Bhagavad Gita he heard, he did nothing out of anything what was told to him in Bhagavad Gita. Then at the end, Bhagavan Krishna asked him this question. Kachchideta shrutam partha tvaya ekagrena chetasa kachchid ajnana sammoha pranashtaste dhananjaya. Has your delusion gone or not? Means what? Means the whole Bhagavad Gita is meant for correcting our identity. If identity is confused, you will be having only problems in life. If your identity is clear, you have challenges in life. See, friends, these are very simple things. They are not difficult. Only thing, our attitude towards life must change. Therefore, if we have to prepare ourselves for changing, for facing the challenges of life, change the spelling of problems. Don't talk about any problem. See? Suppose you have to talk about a wife. I have got a big challenge at home. You'll be very happy. And when you look at the wife as a challenge, you will become an extraordinary husband. Now you are an ordinary husband. Look at her as challenge, extraordinary. In no time. This change in attitude is the only way by which we can prepare ourselves for all the challenges born out of the changes around us. Now, which are those changes that we come across, and according to those changes, how we have to adopt, etc. We will see it in our tomorrow's discourse. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.